What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with my rookie update. Did MVP. People been waiting to hear what I got for my rookies. I'm gonna give y'all the 10 best rookies in my order for the entire season to this part of the season. So we basically almost over, and a lot of these awards probably gonna be set in stone within 3 weeks. Um, Barring any major injuries like we've seen before. 10, Jaden Mcdaniels. He wasn't on my list before, but he did make it to this list because he's been one of the more productive rookies because he's been getting more clock as the season went on, and he's been producing at a decent level. Not really a quality NBA player to me at this point, but he is a rookie that is producing when he does get minutes. Still is raw physically, not strong enough to finish, not strong enough to defend. Also, don't have a consistent jump shot from anywhere on the court just yet. When he was drafted, he was a project. We knew that he was years away from being a quality player. At least he got on the court. At least he has put in some decent numbers for the minutes that he is out on the court. But if he really wants to be something special, it won't be now. But I was expecting him to play a lot more in the G League. He has been able to play more in the NBA, which is a good thing. I think that's better for him, and it's better for his confidence, getting more minutes, being able to see the shot go in, being able to see what works and doesn't work at the highest level. And I think that that's a good sign that he was able to, you know, get meaningful minutes, even if it's for a bad team. So I think that's a good sign for him going forward. 9, Patrick Williams hasn't been amazing. He has shown that he was the glue guy that we thought he would be. Even got Otto Porter possibly shipped out because of his potential. But Patrick Williams is really based off what you have around him. He doesn't have the individual package, doesn't have individual moves at this point of his career that you can rely on. But as a player, he gives you hope. He gives you the potential, just like Jaden McDaniels. You see a lot of shine in this diamond. It's gonna take him a lot of failing. It's gonna take him a lot of bad games. It's gonna take him a lot of mediocrity, like we have seen, before he possibly hits his strides within 1 or 2 years. So we knew he was a couple years away from being a productive NBA player, and he's not right now. But, at the same time, this is what we expected. A guy that can fit in, do small to little stuff, depending on what they ask of him, and he has done that. So he hasn't been a disappointment, but when you look at where he was picked, we expect him to be significantly better in the next couple years. I give him a pass for this year because I didn't expect him to be a huge impact player, but also, he has been decent for what he has, what he was. I say what he was coming into the draft. He has been pretty decent for what I thought he would be. So he hasn't been terrible. James Wiseman was higher. He dropped because he missed more time. Plus, he's going to be out for the rest of the season. So when I picked the rookie of the year, he won't be in it since he won't have enough time, and he hasn't really been dominant. Has been lost a lot defensively. That's recorded. I'm not gonna go too hard on him on that. Offensively, still exactly what I thought. Not a great 3-point shooter. Not great from mid range. Not a great finisher. Worse rebounder than I thought he would be at the NBA level, but he also been in and out as a starter and in and out coming off the bench and in and out in general with injuries. So it's kind of hard to gauge what Wiseman will be. We all expect him to be a starting caliber center, but at the same time, I still don't know what he is right now. I don't really know. Is he supposed to be a rim runner? Is he supposed to be a rim protector? A floor spacer? I don't know what he's going to be and what he is because with Golden State, how they run the offense and how they play, you're trying to make him into something, and he hasn't really shined or hasn't really shown enough for me to be sold on him as a significant difference maker because he hasn't been one as a rookie, and I didn't think he would be one, to be honest. And people didn't like when I said that, but it's true because it ended up happening. He has been a backup center, as a rookie, as a number 2 pick, and That's not terrible because I didn't expect him to be a dominant starter anyway. But he has been a 19-year-old that doesn't have the body, doesn't have the skill, doesn't have the experience, doesn't have the IQ to play at an NBA high level impact player. And it's unfortunate, but that's what you was getting, when you drafted him. So he has been what I have thought, but a little worse. But other than that, he has still been one of the best rookies in this draft class when he does play. Manuel quickly, I'm higher on him than other people. I feel like the trade for Derrick Rose hurt his minutes a little bit. Plus, they've been a little bit more competitive. Plus, RJ Barrett has played better, but he has showed that he can be a rotational player in the NBA, a guy that can knock down some shots, a guy that can make some plays from time to time, can get to the basket from time to time, and he can be, your eighth or ninth best player, and that's good for a team that still needs those type of players. And the whole NBA needs those type of players, and he could be a fifth starter. This guy can be a starter on a decent team and give them valuable possessions and minutes. Other than that, Emmanuel quickly looks like a decent player. I like him. Same with Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane had a lot of hype, and I think he lived up to it, being a productive starting caliber player for the Grizzlies, who actually are in the playoffs right now and has nothing but youth really on their team, and he has been able to give them some space, and he has been able to give them some scoring that they needed. Especially with Jaren Jackson not being there to space and score, they needed it to come from somebody, and they pick him up for basically nothing. And he has become a quality player in this league. And when you're getting him at that part of the draft, he has been that, a steal, really. A quality player that can be around for some years on a good contract that's tradable and keepable. Um, but he also has shown that he might just be a starter at best, which is still not bad where you got him from. So that's probably above average where you got him from. So to me, Desmond Bane has been a steal. He has been great, and the Grizzlies should be happy picking him up. Same with Tate. Tate has been a lot better than what people thought. People knew he could play coming into the draft, but the Rockets have really utilized him well. They have let him shine a little bit. They have gave him opportunity. They have really put the ball in his hand and allowed him to do his thing. And he's a role player, so he also understands that he's there to knock down shots and make plays. And if the ball is in his hand and he can't do nothing, move it along and give it to John Wall and Christian Wood. Let them do their thing and play off of him. And he has done that well so far for the Rockets. And to be a double-digit scorer means he's a above average player. So this is another steal. This is a guy that can really be an impact player in the future on a good team. And that's something that you will be happy if he stays with the Rockets as a fan, because you allow him to get this opportunity and he's shining in it. Sadiq Bey has been good as I thought, and a lot of it does have to do with opportunity. Detroit is in a situation where they needed him to play more minutes, and he has responded well, being a well-rounded wing. And this is about what I thought he would be. I didn't think Sadiq Bey would be a superstar. I didn't think Sadiq Bey would be an all-star. I just thought he would be a contributor, a guy that can do multiple things, make plays, make shots, and defend multiple positions and switch multiple positions. And that's been pretty much what he has been. The question will be, can he be a great outside shooter? Can he be a deep 3-and-D guy? And if he can harness more on the defensive end, I know he isn't the greatest athlete, but just try a little bit more, read a little bit more once the team get better, knock down your threes, get out in transition, hit a couple of jumpers every once in a while when you open or it's late in the shot clock and you get the ball and you got some space, let that thing fly. And he could be a solid player for the Pistons and for several other teams in the future. So I like Sadiq Bey. I thought that he was a good pickup, and where he was picked at, he's been pretty solid. And that's what I thought he would be. LaMelo Ball third because he has missed so much time. But he was so good that I still have to put him third. He was my rookie of the year before he went down, and I just don't think he'd be able to get it because he got off to a decent start. Then he got on fire a little bit for a couple month, and then that was it because he's been going since. And the team has still rallied and played well and been competitive. And on top of that, they're still in the playoffs, and they most likely will make it at this point. But his passing was better than I thought. His defense was okay, especially for a teenager that wasn't known for his defense. He was able to splash his threes, and he didn't take too many off the dribble, tough throw up bull ones. He took more set shots and hit them with space open. He got out in transition, made guys better, made the game look beautiful and fun, and he rebounded at a high level. So he was a well-rounded rookie, a better scorer than we all thought coming into the draft as a rookie. Has really played better than what we ever seen. He played better than high school, better overseas in the NBA, which is crazy because this is the hardest league, this is the toughest one, and this is the best we have ever seen him play, in my personal opinion. He's more efficient. He's a better defender, better decision maker, more mature, and maybe he got humbled with the coach not playing him a lot and benching him a lot. And maybe he just used that as motivation to try harder, do better, so that way he can contribute on a playoff team, which he did. So LaMelo Ball 3, Tyreese Halliburton has been in the top 3, top 2, number 1 for me basically the whole year because he actually helped them win a lot of games in the beginning. Got injured a little bit. That's what hurts his case of being number 1, and has been a guy that isn't afraid of the big moment, knocks down big shots, takes big shots because he ain't scared of them, and he also makes plays. This guy has been able to mesh well on and off the ball, and he has been mature. This is a guy that I believe could be a six man of the year in the future, a guy that can be a starter depending on what type of team and what type of style you play in the future. But we'll see what he does with the Kings. He has been a quality NBA caliber player for them, and that's what you will want, at the end of the day if you couldn't get a superstar, and they got that. And Anthony Edwards, number 1. His rebounding has been significantly better than what he started off. His efficiency is going in the right direction. At first, he was just throwing up a bunch of shots because they allowed him. Now he's taking better shots. Now he's switching up how he's attacking. His passing has become more willingly. He's not just looking to score, not just looking to be aggressive. He's thinking the game a lot better, making better decisions with the ball, passing up shots because now they have D'Angelo Russell back and Towns has gotten a little bit more aggressive, and he has become smarter even in the pick and roll now that they got more pieces around him and more spacing around him. He's navigating and trying to make the right decision to score the pass or to reset the offense. So the IQ is coming around, the jump shot is coming around, the feel and the understanding of the game is still not where it needs to be, but it's looking a lot better for him months later from being a rookie, just not playing in the league at all. So you can tell that he's studying, he's watching, and he's adjusting and adapting because you can see it in his play the last 3 weeks. So Anthony Edwards, the rebounding is up. The scoring is up. He's averaging around 18 points per game, which is amazing for him. And he's shooting the ball better than ever in these last couple weeks. So that's a positive sign because that's something that we all wanted to see. We knew he could score. We knew he was confident, and we knew he wasn't shy of letting that thing fly. But now he's getting efficient. Now he's making better decisions. Now he's attacking in more versatile and multifaceted ways. And now he's understanding the game. Now we just got to see, is he going to try harder defensively, and will he be a great defender? He's still not putting that effort in on that end of the court enough. And that's something that's going to really, change if he wants to win in Minnesota or in the future. You have to defend, you have to play hard, and you can't be turning over the ball and taking bad shots just because you can. If you want to be one of the best players in the league, you have to help your team win, and you have to do your part too. He's starting to see that. He's starting to understand that a little bit more, but he still is far away from where he needs to be if he wants to be a superstar in his league. The best part, he's only 19, and he has already showed gradual improvement on his game and maturity a little bit more on the court. Now it's just about steadying the course, continuing to learn, continuing to grow, and continue to do your research to have the knowledge you can to be the best player you can be now, and continue to build upon that in the future. And if he does, Anthony Edwards will be the best player in this draft, not just because of his size and his athleticism, but because he understands the game better, and he using those things as a talent and as a gift, but he's doing it the right way. And if he becomes the player that we thought he could be, this guy can easily be unstoppable force on both ends of the court that can also pick defense apart if they help or over rotate too much, or if he has the right spacing around him, just making the easy read, to make his teammates get a layup, dunk, three, and also can be ferocious in transition with the ability to blow past, take contact, and cause a lot of chaos on that end of the court too. So this guy has huge potential. It just, does he love it? Does he enjoy it? And does he bleed it? And if he does those things with the talent that he's blessed with, he can be incredible for the Wolves or whoever he play with in the future. Other than that, Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, signing out. Let me know who I'm sleeping on, who are overrated, underrated, and is Anthony Edwards better than LaMelo? Is LaMelo still better? Is it sad because we can't see both of them play at the same time? Should LaMelo be Rookie of the Year? I'm sleeping on Tyreese Halliburton, who I liked it in the draft. I liked it, Patrick Williams. I'm liking a lot of these guys before this video and before the draft, even before they play the game. A lot of them doing well as rookies. Other than that, Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm gone.